I'm attorney David Gibbs, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of the National Center for Life and Liberty. One of our Liberty Centers, the Center for Homeschool Liberty, defends the rights of parents all across the nation to train, to educate, to discipline their children consistent with their faith. At the National Center for Life and Liberty, we believe in parents, and we believe the rights of parents, how they choose to educate or train their children, should be protected in the law. My friend, attorney Christine Field, is the executive director of the center. And Christine, as you lead this group and we want to make a difference across America for parents, share the vision of the Center for Homeschool Liberty.
The real vision, boiled down to its essence, is that we want homeschool parents to feel confident about their decision to homeschool their children. Homeschooling is legal in every state in America. The chance of it being legally challenged is quite slim, provided that they do three basic things: that they know the law, that they follow it to the best of their ability, and that they homeschool with excellence. And parents who do that, it's very unlikely that they will ever face a constitutional challenge to their right to homeschool.
Well, and Christine, there's new homeschoolers every year. Young mothers, parents making the decision saying, you know what, I do want to do this. And sometimes they're scared, but what you get to do is empower them to do it and to do it well.
Absolutely, and that is such a privilege to be able to say to a mom that she can exercise this constitutional right without fear that the government is going to try to knock at her door or shut her down, to give her the confidence to do that so that she can focus on the hard job of teaching her children.
Now, as a calling, you're a homeschool mom and you have been an attorney, and how did God lead you into this?
Into this particular work was because I had the privilege of interviewing you for a homeschool magazine. I've done a lot of writing in the homeschool community, and I was assigned to interview attorney David Gibbs after the Terry Schiavo case. And you and I met, and you were a homeschool dad, homeschool mom. We shared a vision for a different paradigm for delivering homeschool legal services to homeschoolers, that it didn't have to be fear-based, that it didn't have to have a high fee to it, and that all parents could participate in it.
Now, the Center for Homeschool Liberty serves tens of thousands of families all across America, and we consider that an honor and a privilege to do so. But for somebody that's hearing about this for the first time, what are the benefits of partnering and becoming a participant with our ministry?
Well, a couple things. We have some unique aspects to our program. First of all, the first year is totally free. We want you to check us out, know our heart, know our spirit, make sure that you want to support the work that we do. And then we're pretty confident that after you've been with us for a year, we will ask you to donate. And if you can afford to donate, we will be honored to continue to serve you. But a unique aspect of our ministry is that if you can't afford to donate, we will still assist you. So if it's the beginning of the new year and it's time to renew and you have $20 you could donate, we would gladly accept that rather than the normal donation.
So this is not insurance, this isn't prepaid, this is a ministry.
That's correct, and we would never turn someone away for their inability to pay. We do get calls occasionally from people who say, I can't support your ministry, but I need help. And our mission to help real people with real problems is we will help them.
And we have an emergency hotline, so we take phone calls.
Yes.
And then even like sometimes people have issues where they might be in an accident and they're at the hospital, and our attorneys are glad to serve them in really any crisis they may face.
Oh, exactly. You can find yourself in life in some very stressful situations, and to be able to have access to an attorney a phone call away, whether it is something challenging your homeschooling or if it is you're at the hospital after an accident, has been a huge provide a huge peace of mind for our parents to know that that help is just a phone call away.
70% of Americans and many young families have no wills. Do we help at the Center for Homeschool Liberty with that need?
That is something that we are so honored to be able to provide for our young parents. We will prepare a free last will and testament for mom and dad, and some of that grew out of your work in the Terry Schiavo case, knowing what it's like to not pre-plan for the future.
Sure.
So that was your inspired idea to be able to help provide that peace of mind in the future for our parents while they have peace of mind today while they homeschool their children.
Let's talk about issues that you deal with in terms of the team of attorneys across America that serve our homeschool families. What are some of the common areas that a homeschool parent may need our assistance?
Well, the one thing that I would want to say most to assure parents is the likelihood of a knock on the door by the social worker is so unlikely in this climate, in this at this time in America.
You don't want them to be fearful. You
I
want
don't want
them
them
to be bold
fearful.
and to feel comfortable they can do this.
Absolutely. Which is not to say that doesn't happen. On the rare occasion that that does happen, those matters are usually very easily handleable and should not cause fear in the heart of a homeschool mom. So we handle those situations. We also handle their complete compliance issues. Some states have no regulations at all. They're very easy to homeschool in. Some, like New York, it's a kind of a complicated process. Pennsylvania.
So the forms, the requirements, the things they need to know, you'll make sure they know the law if they have questions.
Right, and we have on our website a complete directory of the law as well as the forms for each state.
What about kids that might have special needs? Do we have an ability to serve those families?
I have a special place in my heart for parents of special needs because I am the parent of some special needs kids. And the law is interesting. It's different from state to state as to whether they're eligible for services through the school. But even if they aren't eligible for services through the school, we're often able to refer people to resources and other ways to get help to educate that child in the best way possible.
You know, Christine, the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go. When he's old, he'll not depart from it. And we're excited at the Center for Homeschool Liberty to defend that right. We often say that if it's wrong, fight it. If it's right, fight for it. And homeschooling, parental rights, your right to train, guide, educate your children is indeed right. And at the Center for Homeschool Liberty, we're certainly honored to serve you and your family.